I mean, I'll tell you what I'll say. I'll tell you, Mike Ryan. I'll say technically it was a foul, but I'll say I can show you about 4 of them today outside the box. He didn't give. So I thought it was a brilliant dive by David Luiz. I thought it was fantastic, and I think that bought him the foul, like, you know. But in saying that, we had enough chances. Like I said, Mo Diarmi had a real good chance just before half time. Chelsea player got the block on it. Andy Carroll had another chance off a Jarvis cross just after he had the goal disallowed. Andy had 2 headers on the far post. I'd have expected him to have scored at least one. And Carlton Cole nearly sneaked one for us as well. But, you know, at the end of the day, if we'd have scored that, it might have been interesting. But I have to face the fact that Chelsea were the better side today. But at the end of the day, to ask a team who are newly promoted into the Premier League to beat a top 4 team twice is a pretty big ask, isn't it? So we have to be well satisfied that we've actually beat Chelsea at our place 3-1 earlier on in the season, and today we weren't good enough to take anything from the game. It was a tough afternoon with the talent of Mata and Hazard, particularly for me. I think that they were both outstanding today. And as much as I'd say I'd like to have seen us defended better, I think sometimes when you've got to just admire the talent and your players try as hard as they do to stop that talent. But the quality of Mata's ball to Frank Lampard, who's the ghost in the box, who nobody ever seems to see, though they get in there and he finds the right space, scores his 200th goal, I think, which is, you know, massive credit to him, you know, and what he's done in his career. I'm just sad it was against us, obviously, but quality ball and a quality finish, and sometimes you can't defend against the quality that they've got, and we found that difficult, particularly with the second goal, with enough defenders to deal with it, but he skipped round them like they weren't there and put it in the back of the net. But we were always in the game if we could score, but this year, away from home, scoring has been a massive problem for us. Not so much creating the chances, but putting them in the back of the net. And certainly today, apart from the one we had disallowed, which was Andy's, which would have, you know, been interesting if he stood. We've had enough opportunities today to have at least scored. Well, I'm not saying we would have won the game or got anything, but we should have scored at least one here today, but failed to do so yet again. We're running out of games for Andy to start scoring, or anybody with the chances that are creating. So let's hope he gets a few between now and the end of the season to help us get to where we want to get, and that's safe as quickly as we can. I thought he played very well. I mean, but he's disappointed, and I'm disappointed for him that he hasn't put a goal on the end of it, because he's now an handful like we know he can be, and we just want to put goals at the end of it, because his hold up play today was about, you know, about really good, and about us getting out and trying to get at, you know, some of the spaces that Chelsea leave when they attack you, like, you know. So, you know, I thought he had a really good game, apart from the fact that he's disappointed, and I am, that he didn't score at the end of it. I mean, he had a good run and hit a shot with his left foot, but it was perhaps a little too far out. If he keeps shooting and he keeps getting in the right positions, they'll come. But I want them to come next time we play against West Brom. On the 30th, we've got to wait another 2 weeks for another game.